He was ridden forward at Plumpton last time and settled better in front that day. Coming forward, Top Jimmy to the fore. Bubble Dubby is running around a bit at the back, but they're off and racing for the Betfair Imperial Cup. Top Jimmy and No Ordinary Joe, the first to begin, with Mondo Man, the favourite in the white cap, just 3 wide. Close up is Rubber Ball in a noseband, Caoilin in the black sleeves, out wide General Briar. A lot of these want a piece of the action early on. They finished pretty tired in the EBF final as they jumped the first, and all safely over. Game Colours made a mistake. Star of Guiting is at the back with Bubble Dubby. Moving on towards the second, Mondo Man with Rubber Ball, out wide General Briar, and a bad blunder there from Top Jimmy. Top Jimmy made a bad mistake. Spirits Bay made a mistake as well. So in front of the stands, Mondo Man from Rubber Ball, and then now We're Red and Blue is close up as they climb the hill. Behind those Caoilin and General Briar on the outside, No Ordinary Joe, and then behind those towards the inside is Top Jimmy after that blunder, in about 6th, 5th or 6th now. Affadil is next with Messerschmitt, and then Reckless Eric on the inside. Jack Hyde in purple wider. A wide runner is Affadil. Brace for Landing is held up back in the field in red from Spirits Bay Game Colours. Fingalbridge. Go Dante is about second last. Star of Guiting on his inside. Bubble Dubby is slightly detached. As they run down the hill towards the back straight, Mondo Man, the favourite, with a very narrow lead over Rubber Ball. We're Red and Blue is close up in 3rd position under John Joe O'Neill. Top Jimmy on the inside from Caoilin and General Briar back in 6th place. They're followed by No Ordinary Joe, a Messerschmitt, and Affadil. Then in the midfield, Brace for Landing and Jack Hyde. Reckless Eric on the inside. Fingalbridge, and then behind those Game Colours, who slowed down going into that one. On the inside too is Spirits Bay from Star of Guiting, Go Dante and Bubble Dubby. Heading down the back straight over the next one, Mondo Man rather paddled over but didn't lose any ground and continues to lead the way with Rubber Ball for company. Then We're Red and Blue, 3rd on the outside, clearing the next. Another slight mistake there from Top Jimmy on the inside, followed by Caoilin and close up General Briar. Affadil, last year's 3rd, is not too far away. Last year's 2nd, Reckless Eric on the inside in the pink jacket, well back at the moment. Go Dante is just beginning to make some ground. Pink colours towards the outside under the champion jockey Sean Bowen as they jump. And this time Top Jimmy is gone. One mistake too many. Top Jimmy out of the race. It's Mondo Man from Rubber Ball, followed by We're Red and Blue. And then towards the inside behind these is Caoilin going into 4th place, driven along General Briar. Brace for Landing has made good progress. Messerschmitt on the inside. Then No Ordinary Joe and Affadil behind these. Reckless Eric, then Sedante back in about 10th place, I suppose, as they run towards the final turn. Fingalbridge further back from Spirits Bay and Game Colours. Bubble Dubby, then Star of Guiting, and right at the back Jack Hyde. Mondo Man has slipped away from the field. It's Mondo Man travelling super strong in the lead. He's kicked 3, 4 lengths clear of We're Red and Blue. And then behind these, trying to run on the far side is Messerschmitt, Caoilin, and from the back is Reckless Eric staying on as well. Mondo Man arrives now at the second last with a handy lead, jumps it well from We're Red or Blue. And then behind these is Messerschmitt, and then behind those is Reckless Eric, who's running another big race in it. Affadil, Go Dante can't win, he's well beaten down to the final flight. Mondo Man leads the way. We're Red and Blue chasing hard with Messerschmitt. Oh, he nearly outseated at the last there. Mondo Man, Caoilin, Quinn, he's lost his iron. He's got to keep him going up the hill. Reckless Eric runs on. We're Red and Blue and Messerschmitt. A last flight scare. Mondo Man is emptying the final 50 yards. Reckless Eric is getting close, ever closer, but Mondo Man holds on from Reckless Eric in a dramatic finish.
Well, the Moors have won just about every race at Sandown Park over jumps, but until today, not the Imperial Cup. That's all changed because Mondo Man's justified favouritism, and he's done so in extraordinary circumstances, making nearly all, going a good hard gallop, but ultimately winning pretty easily despite Quinn losing his irons at the final flight. What courage Mondo Man showed, Jamie Moore, and a year ago, you'd not have thought that was likely.
No, he showed a lot of guts, real lot of guts. He was just running on fumes, wasn't he, the last half furlong there, but no, he toughed it out well. Colin gave him a very good ride. Yeah, he must have thought of that plan down at the start. So we just gave him a free hand and do whatever you want to do, and he obviously wanted to lose his irons as well. So yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
Did you learn anything from that bloodless victory at Plumpton?
Not really, no. We probably could have ran 15 horses in the yard that would have won by 30 lengths in that calibre of race. But it actually did the horse the world of good, though. I know you don't know about horses' mentality, but you could tell after that he hadn't ran since December, and he just getting a bit bored about going up and down the gallops. So at least it done him good to go out there and have an easy run round. You know, it definitely helped him at home. It helped him, and then hopefully it has helped him for today.
He's obviously in the county hurdle. There's a big bonus on if he can go and win that. Do you think that's likely Friday?
I think Dad and Josh will be 50-50 on it. He's not the best doer in the world. He doesn't eat great, the horse, and he gives himself a hard enough time. Although he's relaxed today, he can give himself a hard enough time. I don't know. It'll be up to the owners as well, so they'll have a big say in the matter. So we won a nice prize today, and then we'll see what happens next Friday.
And when you work the horse at home, is he every bit that 112 rated flat horse that he was when you got him, or whatever he was?
I've never sat on a 112 flat horse, but he's some of the work that I've done him he blows me away, you know, and he's a really exciting horse to ride at home, and I'd like to see him have a nice flat campaign as well through the summer.
Do you think he could be contesting group races quite happily?
I do. When we ran him at Chester in May, he was only 3 lengths behind Illinois and Absurd, and he was staying on in that race, and he was only beating 3.5 lengths. And Absurd, obviously, he's gone and done brilliant things, and I think we'll hopefully have a good flat campaign, and I think when they go back from the jumps to the flat, it does strengthen them up and harden them up a bit more, you know.
Now, normally when the Moors have a winner at Sandown, they come in 2s and 3s. Is that likely today?
Tim Mazel, she would have a squeak. It's just whether she'll travel great till probably a furlong from home. Then it could just be hard work on a point-to-point that might outstay her, but she'll travel very well into the race. Hopefully she's got a good chance. And Invincible Nao as well. He's won here as well. So
he likes it around here, doesn't
he does, yes. He'd have a little chance, yeah.
And lots of horses going to Cheltenham. A lot of them are pretty big prices, but that's the nature of the meeting. Is there something you're particularly looking forward to seeing run?
Salva. Yeah, I like Salva. I think he'll run a nice race on the Wednesday. I think he's our best chance anyway, yeah.
Well, good luck, Jamie. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Oh, he'll be sore in the morning, but he'll be happy now. Caoilin Quinn. Anxious moments in the concluding stages of this Imperial Cup, but Mondo Man has clung on to win. Reckless Air at second for the second successive year. We're Red and Blue has finished third, the Late Gamble, and fourth home is Messerschmitt. A big run for Noel Mead ahead of an important week for him. But for the Moors, the Imperial Cup, and Gary Moore's won just about every big race at Sandown Park.
This is his playground.
But not this one until now. A Mondo Man, very high-class horse on the flat. Well, they've got him exactly where they want him, and they were able to ride him from the front, get him settled, and this is a really important staging post in his career, you feel?
Two key things. In the paddock, he was nice and settled. Riding him from front, he was settled. And also, all the horses that were ridden pretty prominently, Rubber Bull stopped very quickly, Calandagan got tired, fair play to We're Red and Blue. But the mark of a good horse, those that tried to go his speed have absolutely walked home. And barring that mistake, he would have won this very easily. Heart in the mouth moment for Caoilin Quinn, because it had been so easy up until the final
exactly
hurdle.
And they had to have the confidence at the start of the race to say, go on then, on you go, and try and get the better of Rubber Bull for the lead. And now those could have been really, really difficult tactics to execute a year ago. Well, they would have been. Now, he's like a lamb.
Adonis, they had to seesaw him at the back of the field. They weren't letting him stride on at all. Just going back to Plumpton, he was 7-1 on. They learnt something about him. Haley Moore was saying, we're a bit worried, not going to get the lead. one did go on, but they rode him handy, and he actually settled really well. So yes, form-wise we didn't learn anything, but the paddock, he enjoyed it. It was lovely and relaxed in the prelims. A big field handicap. They're all wanting a position going into the first hurdle. That's not buzzed him up. He's lovely and settled down the back straight, and here is the only moment of concern. It's a little bit Goshen-esque, I think. It wasn't much of a mistake.
What's happened here? He just did a little deep bunny hops. Oh!
It could have been the most painful unseat in history, I think. Like
well,
Goshen,
the second most painful unseat in history.
No irons. Look at him again back in second. Rex Eric, like a year ago, flown up the hill. This time he's just met a very, very classy individual.
Yeah, Keelan Woods got a scent, didn't he? A sniff. But not to be. Mondo Man was very game, in truth, to keep going.
Just the way Rubber Ball, Calandagan, Brave, I think, was travelling into it. I think you can upgrade We're Red and Blue, but that leg nearly went out the side door. Great stuff from Caoilin Quinn in the end.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.